The Flash 756, Joshua Williamson writing with Christian Duce on the art. This is the start of Legion of Zoom, and it's basically Thawne going through various time periods and collecting Flash villains that he would like to have in his family.
Yeah, and I'm feeling like him pulling them out from different times. He's not going to who they are the last time we saw them, right? He's going to different, time periods. I feel this is Williamson's backdoor to reset some things going forward.
Very possibly, yes. So it keeps cutting to him collecting various people. He goes and gets Grodd when Grodd was in power of Gorilla City. He goes to get Cold, Captain Cold, and
he's with
Golden Glider.
Pulling crimes with Golden Glider.
Yeah. And he gets them again a couple of years ago. He also goes to get the Trickster, James Jesse.
Which is James Jesse, yep. Before he had started all of his shenanigans with the forces and whatnot.
And he wants a turtle. But the big reveal at the end is that the final people that he's going for is an evil version of the Tornado Twins, which is very interesting.
Very, very cool. I'm glad we're getting to see them because Williamson did hint at them numerous times throughout his run. So that's real cool. So hopefully we get the actual version showing up by the end of this, by Finish Line. It wouldn't surprise
me if they fix some sort of timey-wimey stuff and then all of a sudden the good version show up. But the main...
because the fact that Bart exists means the good versions exist somewhere. Right?
The main through line of the issue is that Barry's basically telling Iris and the other species, he's telling Avery and Wallace to hide and run and go elsewhere. But all three of them show up in defiance, saying, no, we're sticking together, you're not doing this pushing us away bullshit. Which, to be fair, has been almost a complaint that we've had about this book, is that Barry keeps doing it over and over again, and it's actually kind of frustrating to read at a certain point. Right. So it was actually kind of a fist pumping moment where they just said, no, we're not doing it.
You're not doing it to us this time. And then Iris is the one that puts it together is, well, no, it's not about keeping you guys safe. It's about he doesn't want you to see what he's going to have to do. And, oh, man, that leans into the Flash, continuity. Yeah. Him killing Zoom at a certain point. So
because he doesn't. Basically, he doesn't want them to see him go that far and ruin kind of their image of him. The art's very good. I really like the art for the most part. There's one or two weird faces. Typically, there's a page that I'm looking at right now with Thawne, as he's running towards the camera, as it were. Whenever someone's running towards the page and their head's kind of tilted down and they're looking up, the heads look really weird. He looks almost alien with the head shape.
Yeah.
But
and I think that has a lot to do with the shape of his cowl and whatnot too, and trying to play the space.
But other than a couple of instances of that, the art's actually really good, and I was really into it.
Yeah, me too. But I like the story that they're telling, that Wallace and Avery aren't going to take enough for an answer, that he is going to need a Flash family, and I'm hoping this leads to some other characters popping up, because he is going to need reinforcements now. And that this is them showing up to help him kind of is going to what changes his mind. I really don't think he's killing Zoom. I think that's what's going to be the change here. And maybe him killing Zoom is what leads the Tornado Twins into becoming, that version. So the fact that he doesn't. Because I also don't think, we've seen the lots of paradoxes with the Flash. Because if Zoom started messing with the time stream, that's going to create paradoxes now. Because if he pulled Cold and Glider out, right, before all this other stuff, it's just a whole timing wine.
Well, that's the thing. It's the Captain Cold and Glider from before we had all this stupid Year of the Villain crap associated with them. Right. It's better versions of them, which is interesting. And it might just be a simple case of Williamson wanted to use good versions of these characters and not the ones that had been butchered by himself, even in some cases.
And use a new 52 version of Grodd with the helmet, the horn on it and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, what we've not really said yet is if we actually liked the issue, though. So, how did you feel?
Yeah, no, I enjoyed this issue. I mean, it's not the same as the last, where it had that holy shit, but it's gonna have. I do feel he's finally back. He's worked himself into shape. Yeah,
I was worried that after the excitement of that ending in the last issue, that it was going to instantly just kind of ruin it by being what the book's been in a way that I don't like.
Yeah.
And I guess the nicest thing I can say about it is that it didn't do that. I left this feeling I'm still into the story. I'm still into what Thawne's doing. I was into the Flash family stuff for the most part, but maybe a bit long drawn out in the decision making process. But I like Thawne building his team, and the reveal at the end was a fun one. So it does kind of feel like, obviously he had this ending story in mind for the end of his run for a long time, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that came in the last 30 or so issues, 40 issues even, it was kind of the stuff that we didn't like. Finally he's getting to do the end game story that feels like it's more relevant to the Flash as a whole and not just whatever he's built and his creations, which, a lot of that, all the 4Cs and all that other stuff. So but no, so not bad, not like a knockout the park either by any means.
No.
But solid enough. So what are you giving the Flash?
I'm gonna give us a 7.5.
Yeah, I'll give it a solid 7. I'm not going to sing its praises too much, but solid 7.